folks. Let's make some noise here for map number 2. Right out the gate, Nexus spotting down long. There's a flash coming this way. It's a perfect pop flash. Pixel perfect on the corner. Nexus will be moved out of position, and the CTs will start to roam over.
And it gets the P250. That's fair. He did good work with it on Nuke.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Doesn't have the Kevlar to couple with it. But no problemo. We've got G2 Esports already making their way up from box towards Cat. Alexi B's trying to see if there's anything to be spotted, but no. They've gotten this far without a cost. Now, that smoke goes out. It's going to go and cut off mid to B. We've got 2 players for OG dedicated to this B bomb site. They're going to start spamming those pistols here. They're getting a little nervous. They're getting a little worried. Next up, high flash. 4 players are looking to push past, and it's Alexi on ramp to get gushed immediately. NBK's died over on the B site, but it's CT's falling all over the map. Another flashbang sets up Alexi, and he's done a great job of getting into cover, but he is wrecked. And we are left in a 4v2 retake attempt here on A.
Call it if you want it. Ball up long. Oh, tough spot. Forced to take a fight he didn't want to take, but he is ready. Oh my God, he's got 2. Yeah, the 1v2 now, and Issa will come up to bat.
He should find one in the open. If it had been clean, maybe he gets the second, but here we go. This is what you love. Pistol round 1v1. He takes to the skies. Oh! And Hunter dies. Kit's there. It's desperate. He's going to sprint to the bomb, hop on top of it. Oh, London, hold your breath. Yeah!
He's nailed it. He's on his feet. We saw him yesterday. He was turning heads on Dust 2 and popping them as well. A monster on this map, and this was one of the only performances he's had that was very successful in terms of lands recently. It was yesterday playing versus EEG, and a lot of that on Dust 2. He was a monster on this map, a great aimer. And here in the 1v2 put it together. That's crazy 2v4. With Valdo getting those first 2 headshots, you thought round was done at that point.
Dodging mollies over here on long.
Alexi's that Asa player right now, where he's playing rotation from mid and A site, and he's the guy who's going to make the CTs look really smart or really stupid. He's kind of in control of that because he has to decide, is it going to be a Cat exploit or is it mid to B? Last round, he rotated over to the A ramp in time, well enough time to help Mantu out. They both ended up dying, so it was more of a frag problem than a rotation problem. They made the right read. Here he's also helping out on A at long this time around, but it's a lot of B presence. That means they're late. They're going to be late rotations over to the site. A lot of this rests on the hold on MBK and Issa's shoulders.
That smoke, though, well timed. You could feel the energy there between G2's players ready to try and pop onto the B site. You know, it's an M4 and an MP9 looking to lock it down. Still no rotate. Even as we hit this 45-second mark, nobody has come from the A site to try and play mid. They're throwing flashbangs over door, Molly down Cat, and now they even have this pick. So Issa has everything to do here from Carr, and he's got himself the first 2. There's the pistol down. 4 frags from Issa.
Monster. An absolute monster. That's it. I mean, it's a 1v3 Hunter. He's got 2 kind of up on top of him already, and it looked like he was going to maybe cancel it, look in a window. Valdo's like, screw it, we've got bodies to spare. Issa made that easy for us. Getting 4, that's insane. That's insane. And again, we talked about the rotations were late. It all comes down to the hold. He has to deliver.
Man, this 4th one, like the same second that he dies. Watch the player who jumps up and Issa. Instantaneous.
Crazy. You thought he's not even good. He's not getting the 4th one, right? But yeah, that's some good stuff off of the. More slows like that, please. We got, the 1v2 on the pistol plus that round. But more is there to say. It's the Issa show so far.
NBK with dual Berettas. I'm always a skeptic of this.
2 guns is better than 1, as they say.
We'll see.
It's usually not, though.
Yeah, right. I feel like nowadays, the only 2 players I ever still see picking this up is like
Get
NBK
right.
and, Get Right maybe, Nitro.
Oh, Nitro?
Nitro
okay,
does it from time to time.
Yeah.
I like to believe that it's only when they have a huge lead. But like you said, 2 guns can be better than 1.
Yeah, in theory, on paper. But
that's just
will it
math.
be in practice? Yeah.
Let's find out. It's going to be Mantu pressured here on ramp. He does have Alexi B off of Goose as well, looking to make that SMG money. And oh, baby. That's a nice, clean anti-eco. Textbook.
Chopping them down, crossing cat is harder than it looks. You know, to deny the plant. There's a lot of times that the ecos can be lost, but they still get the bomb down. This isn't one of those situations. So OG have a very successful round to follow up with the two very tumultuous rounds, the very stressful rounds that come down to the clutch, the insane hold. Now we're going to go into round 4, full bite, full strength. And two MP9s though for OG. They're holding on to those. And what the hell is that? Kenny S flick upwards. What an obtuse angle into the door.
Oh, man.
And yeah, why wouldn't you go B after that?
He's going to try to hold it yet again. They're giving him chances to separate 1v1s, and then the distraction from door. Nope, cannot hold it anymore. Amanek and Hunter combine for the trade frags. They cripple this B site, and bomb will go down.
He is wicked fast, though, isn't he? He
Lickety split.
almost got that second kill as well. But yeah, that comes down to Kenny nailing that shot through the door. I mean,
the moment that first pick happens, you just see G2 shift into 6th gear.
So it's like so perfect because they were already prepping for that lower default, so they're at least going to have 3 people there. And they're like, whoa, okay, let's reroute. I mean, let's just turn this into a straight up B hit. That's a classic G2. I mean, when it was a full French lineup, they would throw in a full rush B, maybe 3 times a half. Sometimes it didn't look so great. Usually you want to do it when you're low on utility, because you know it's kind of stupid to lose your whole utility belt before you get to throw it, especially with the B site as it is so far. Not a lot of room to throw grenades. In fact, you throw too many, you really shoot yourself in the foot, you know, or your teammates.
Yep.
You got a 1 flash fence. You're gonna have maybe a smoke for the end of tunnels, flash at the end there.
Here it is.
And it's just nasty.
Magnifique. Good little adjustment there from Amanek as well. That could have enabled Issa had he not lost his teammate on doors so quickly to come in with another multi-kill. But alas, here we have it. G2 Esports have found themselves 1 round, but I want to see this op duel unfold.
Look, he said he'll do it again. And so they would decide to go to tunnels. In front of the Molotov. Oh, MBK's got to get that, and he does.
That's going to feel good.
Yeah.
Kick this off with a man advantage. You've got G2 corralled inside of tunnels. The entirety of their team is over here.
Good on MBK for checking on the tunnel. It's not usual.
Right.
Yeah, you know, don't often
fire,
see people
but
face that situation. Wow. MBK making his best Issa impression while Issa takes a new position in the back of the site.
Finally, a response here. Hunter's able to drop Valda in mid, but careful. He's playing with his nades.
Oh my God. Combined, you know, like 20 HP on the B site. So Op's not necessarily more effective in this spot. The group up is here. The bomb is this in the CT's control.
You can see Kenny just wants to extend here, but at any moment,
they've got to rob the evidence
he's
department now to get that back. Oh my God, what the hell?
The nade. It bounced over the box, predicts Issa's position, blows him into the open, and suddenly this 2v4 has gone 2v2. 35 seconds, and Alexi, he's flirting with the windowsill.
Don't do that versus Kenny.
Do not do it. If Mantu has this smoke fade, then maybe he gets his op into position. Hunter's going to have that bomb. But look at Kenny. He's gone back into tunnels. He wants to make sure that nobody's coming in hot on the flank. Molotov is thrown up and over. That's going to deny one side, but Hunter commits to the plant. They want this in now, and they've got it. Smoke about to go. Utility, non-existent other than that of Mantu. They can contemplate the save just because of the smoke grenades, but nope. They're going to make a little bit more space for them to play around this doorway. Flash goes up and over. Hunter executes Alexi from behind, and Mantu hasn't traded yet, but still he can try. Oh, no, sir. G2 shut it down, and that's a full house between Hunter and Kenny.
The no-looker through the smoke there for Kenny S as he just gives it a test at the door. Just gives it a knock.
Dude, I would love to see that grenade kill. It just glistens over top of the box.
Oh my God, yeah, just forgot. This is also 2v4 in response. This is crazy because they also have the B sites, and they just take a blood pact and die at the same time. 2 friends in the B site. Again, they were low, but you know, versus the op, you'd think, all right, well, they still got a really good chance. That's a nutty round to win back. I think that retake, even though it was that 2v2, it's already kind of a little bit too late. It could have used some work. They had a lot of nades to work with. The Molotov, I don't know what it was. It was just intended to to
Deny under window.
yeah,
but
deny it
on
under
the other
window.
side,
But if it could have landed on the top of the,
could have spread
it could
evenly.
have spread evenly. So I think there's a chance for them to use their nades a little bit more effectively there.
Whoa, tunnel push here. There's not much to lose for OG, so they're going to try and pressure Amanek. He starts throwing utility up the staircase. And all of a sudden, this back line is compromised. Nexa, he's going to have a lot of players about to peek him, but luckily gets his gun out just in time. Matsu, 1 frag, but G2 survive.
I like Nexa as the IGL and as a lurker. I feel like he excels in both those roles, and he's really flourishing with those together. He's been a fantastic caller for G2 so far. This might be my favorite iteration of G2, just in total. I saw a prediction on Twitter that said that they saw G2 winning an S-tier tournament this year, and I could totally see that being possible. They absolutely have the talent.
Yeah, certainly. And
Kenny's back on.
they seem to have the chemistry, too.
Yeah,
You know, there's nobody that's too over the top. A lot of hard workers on this lineup.
it's true.
Kenny S in a confident place. Was saying that he feels great right now. Life's just in an excellent spot for Kenny
Always
S.
love to hear that. Always love to
I
hear
think you
that.
see it. He's a little more energetic again. He's got that smiley pizzazz. But let's see if
he
he
deserves
can
nothing less.
continue his success here. We are all tied up at 3 rounds each. But whoa, Kenny does not shy away from the mid-peak. The flashbang's going to prevent him from extending into CT.
That's interesting. Yeah, this is the perfect response for the CTs to get them back. Once they're calling it's going to be a long play, they can always get out mid, right? So they're just making a gamble read there on what they thought OG's setup was going to be. But then for them to flash back means Kenny can't even get anything from it. So it's a complete reset. You know, even though they cleared out mid, that doesn't tell you much as a T, so it doesn't really count for much either.
Cost them some nades too, but obviously G2 still in a great spot. Odds will say the same thing, favoring the T side at the moment. We hit the minute mark. All 10 players alive. Grenades dwindling here for OG.
OG more than set up for this A hit at the moment. It's going to come down to Mantu if he's really used to these good cat execs. And it looks like Valda will have to be a bro and take down 2 to protect him.
Yeah, it's going to be
We'll see how late they come, though. They've got 2, so that means they're probably going to come out a little bit sooner. Maybe one of them will come out first.
double molly. That's Goose and Ramp compromised. Issa's going to have to retreat. Frag grenades flying at him. Oh, he walks into it. Self-immolation. Jax, he gets a headshot too. Valda's only able to lock down that one player, so Long falls, Ramp crumbles, and this A site is taken by storm. There's a world where these low HP players for G2 don't find those entries so easily, but that world is gone. And so is this round. G2 extend their lead.
They had
by
they had the manpower, but not the awareness. They're still 5v5. They don't know what's cleared out by G2, but they just assumed it was going to be 5 cat. Valda left pit, didn't watch the door at all. Mantu would have been fine to hold that cross by himself. Valda could have stayed in pit for as long as he wanted. Just make sure to catch that last player, or just make sure no one's there. And if Issa dies, they can play retake and hope Mantu gets kills. But instead, Valda comes running out of the pit to try to help, and then they both get backstabbed because of it.
Right.
So
His position's compromised.
I don't know if somebody's asking for help from him, but he probably was better off in a number of those variables not moving.
To not
and just
move.
holding, so Mantu could just work.
Right. And even if Issa was calling for
Poor
reinforcements,
Issa.
poor guy
Just,
Issa.
yeah, middle of Dunkirk right here. That's a tough spot to be in. But like Issa's life in that situation is not so it's not in vain if Mantu can get a kill. And all of our favorite operas who play that position, no matter what the execute is,
Yeah, they know those.
if they can always find a gap and find an opening if they're good enough. And they should have just basically trusted Mantu to come up with on. Timeout's going to be called here from OG as they reassess. Try to figure out what's going on. This is not going to be an easy map to win. G2 are super good
Yeah,
on
most
Dust 2.
certainly.
We saw amazing stuff from them on Nuke. That's given us a fresh outlook on G2, even though we already believed in their Nuke, but their Dust 2 yesterday was so good. I find it difficult to believe that this won't end up into the 27 to 30 round mark if G2 don't even just close it out straight up.
I mean, OG showed that they had the ability to go to the distance. Over 90 rounds of Counter-Strike versus EG yesterday. The longest map of those 3, Dust 2. But they're going to have to start getting things under control because that was a very well flushed out execution from G2 on A. Those Molotovs you saw were awesome. Made Issa so uncomfortable. We've got a boost down in lower tunnels, and Hunter takes the head of Valda. The grenades come soaring back, but Jax still standing.
What's going to be the response now? Valda out of the round. Instead of conglomeration, they pull the goalie on B side. They're all towards mid and cat. Issa closed doors as well, in danger of getting spammed down. Kenny's chilling, scratching his face. Not a care in the world, even carrying the bomb.
Can decide to do as he pleases, trying to skimmer a shot through the doors. But no connection. May have to be Mantu to set this one up. Obviously, Alexi's here trying to play counter flash, keeping eyes on long. You can see him very much on a swivel here. Could boil down to timing. 45 seconds. And they encroach ever closer. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. NBK is going to take 1 off, so it's the entirety of them. Deagle attempt. Just 1 frag from that. NBK and Issa going to try and sprint over to the A site, and NBK's instantly shut down by Hunter, so this site has fallen beneath the feet of the T's yet again.
It's a critical op entry to help them get up there. It's a nice couple of kills that they got, but Kenny S opening up the round right there because they don't kill that guy in the corner. He takes a little bit more time. NBK can walk up the ramp, get into a better spot, and then we've got another attempt at the hold, but it's a round where G2 have a lot more to work with. So no surprise to get the bomb down here. They keep 3 alive. Issa is going to be trying to save this AK all the way back, and that's another great round here from G2. Another slight lead early on in the game. Definitely looking very sharp, and you know, we talked about it. They have a strong dust too, so there's definitely a lot more to show still in this half as well on T side. Already seen a number of mistakes here from OG. Hopefully they can figure out what they need to work on. But one of the features and highlights of G2's Dust 2 was their ability to take long. So it's no surprise that teams that aren't rated as highly as them are having trouble defending. It was their long takes and their long holds. That was on both sides. They were good at it.
Ooh. Ooh. I felt that one. And then obviously comes in here to clear up Catwalk. And later, NBK is going to get shut down. So Hunter doing a good job of kicking off Dust 2, standing at 10 frags, 4 deaths. And we are only 8 rounds deep. Coming at you hot with the 9th, though. We've got a little variation here from OG. They're going to be swinging the double op setup.
That's always nice, especially if things aren't like gelling properly on the rotations and the setups. You get a double up in there, you'll win the round for free. You can anyways. It's kind of just everybody get a kill type of situation. Mantu holding down this angle by himself. Not really assisting in that long setup. But it looks like G2 might be running a similar attack on A. Bomb stationed outside long, holding for a push. They haven't made a decision quite yet, so we can't call it too soon. But I think it's wise for G2 to avoid Issa, right? Like, why go B more than you have to? He's been so nuts.
Let's try that again. Throws him over. Nobody close, nobody far. It's all for free. And that's kind of sketchy, man. You don't see anything. You start second-guessing yourself. Where could they be at? What could they be up to? NBK is being teased by the knees of Amanek. So they're going to exchange some smokes. Oh, wait, Jax. He's gotten down into CT spawn. This is an awesome mid-pinch. If there was a counter-terrorist here, they should have been doomed. But now they're going to look to sink into this B site. NBK fully flashed, just gets obliterated. And Issa in from the corner. He's only going to find himself 1. Way too many positions to try and deal with. Dude, G2 just slip and slide through CT spawn, casually combine through mid doors. That was awesome.
Way too casual though, right? You know, like we saw, remember Azur? He was so good at, like, we look at this and it looks like genius from G2, but we saw how if that player that rotates, that Xyp9x, that Azur, he's playing in mid properly, he's keeping an eye on when there's going to be a Freiburg drop into CT spawn, when it's going to be a B hit, when it's going to be, when we saw Liaz jump up on the, you know, the person who understands when that rotate's coming in or if it's going to be a mid to B can help out B. But these B players relied on that information. It is not their fault at all that they lost this round. There was no one to help them out at mid, no one to even tell them that mid was compromised.
All because one slippery snake gets down into CT spawn. And Issa, I mean, he had a chance here, but you can see just the complete difference in distance between those two players who were actually on site. Super difficult flick shot for him to hit. But here we go. G2 still on fire. This is 6 rounds in a row.
Yeah, you do appreciate how well executed it was, how well paced it was, and it was the right choke point to attack. There was no one there
Just another great call.
to stop him. Yeah, another great call here from G2, from Nexa, from the squad. Another great shot here from Jax.
Squad. They're going to move off of that as well. Smelling blood in the water. They start to move up catwalk. Little bit of utility damage here. Jax and Hunter both softened up. A little bit more.
Yeah, slipped a little bit more in there. That worked. They move back. Interesting. There's a re-aggression from the CTs on Cat. In front of the smoke. Once this comes up, we'll have action.
Yeah, they're looking to really screw this setup. I mean, they seem to have an understanding that G2 are very much corralled here. Alexi, not the time to be playing with nades. Issa opens up with the first kill. Hunter and Kenny S all dropped by headshots, but here's a response. 2 kills immediately out from the T's. And Nexa now needs 1 more. We are in the clutch, and Valda's not going to have any cover.
Oh! Come on! 2 aware or 3 aware. What a play from Nexa. Again, the lurker, the IGL, the brain of the operation. So good mechanically as well. Delivering there in the 1v2. Literally, everyone dies at mid. All pushing, all off Cat. It's a 1v3, actually. Does he get that? Woo. Yeah, that's crazy. Calls out the push perfectly.
Yep, got the timing on it. That's one of those rounds OG most certainly could have broken through. Down to the 1v1. Unfortunate, but they're going to have to lick their wounds and move into the 11th round now. Silver Lining, still on the buys. Not as many ops as they once had, but still weaponry. And Issa, great timing on the peak there. He hears this ruckus coming in through doors, decides to try and screw it all up. But the problem is now NBK is completely on his own.
This poor man. Alexi coming in to try to help him out. Damage is done, but damage isn't enough.
Nope, that B site falls. Nexa just has to get the bomb onto it, and you know that the tantalizing prospect of a save is going to be too much for OG to throw this one away.
Yeah, they're struggling here. They need I don't actually know who's responsible at mid, because sometimes Alexi's in pit, sometimes Valda's in pit. It seems like some things are changing on the fly, but Mantu's always opping on A. But right now, with all this mid to B presence, you wonder who's responsible.
I ask you then, at what point do we stop playing 3 players over on this A site early for OG?
Yeah, the thing is, you might not have that as like a setup. Like you might go 3 long, and then your 1 player comes back to mid after. So you can kind of have it both ways. So if it's an early A hit, you're ready for A. But then eventually you've got to float back, or you've got to be able to, at least if you're in CT, then you can listen and then make an informed play as opposed to just guessing.
Sure.
But if you're nowhere near there, you can't even make a guess. You're too far away to help.
Right.
Somebody has to be around.
I think in what you're saying, if there is that CT player, somebody else could have sprayed before NBK had to wide swing here.
Yeah.
And even if it was just a little bit of damage, if it was just one of those players turned around, then suddenly NBK could have been set to succeed. But another one of those rounds where, like, even as a G2 fan, you can see how it could have slipped away. You could see how that would have been the defenses to win. But another one added to the board. And eventually we're going to get to that part of the half, which I think is right about now, where it's now or never. Close calls, saves, not going to manage.
This is the best part for G2. They've been exploiting everything else. I think this is the epitome of their play, their long takes. They're busting that out now. Oh, man. Valda had no idea.
No, but you could argue lucky to be alive, so he's just going to slink back into the bomb site with a teammate by his side. They're going to boost one up into the site. Sure, they've lost long, but there are still ways into this round. They could pressure mid. There's bodies there. You've already got Nathan pushing through the tunnels. If he can find timing, get around T-spawn before they move their feet forward, then just maybe OG are going to clamp down on this round.
This is nice that they make that tunnels push, even though they're not looking great on A. They're all crowded. It's a little claustrophobic here on the A site. Couple on ramp, up behind the boxes. But they've only got 1 threat on Cat, and this flank is coming in. Mantu pushing off now.
Molly's burn. Kenny hoping to find one. Mantu doing the exact same thing. All we have on Cat is Jax tucked into the corner here. Now the action on the cross draws attention. Jax finds timing, screws over the offer, but still NBK and Valda are able with a couple kills. Flank still in, but now they know about it, and Issa trying to fly through the flames. He's going to be taken out of this one. Bomb planted by Hunter for Catwalk as NBK is looking to clutch a 1v3. Swapping over to the M4. It's going to increase his chances. Low health on Hunter. 8 HP. A single shot would push him out of this round, and then it's just going to boil to the 1v1. But NBK understands where they both are. He's going to go ahead and creep and crawl down to just so few bullets that they're confident enough to fight. And it's good night yet again for OG. 9 rounds to 3.
Tough to see him in that situation, considering the circumstances. He makes a great push through tunnels. They get lots of information on A. This kill
Jax,
is the one, right? If Mantu holds on to Cat and doesn't move, doesn't even worry about long, he's supposed to let MBK be the one to, like, you know, take a lot of the frags there along. He's got teammates on the site to help give distractions for MBK.
Yeah.
If he just held on to that, if he cleared it deep enough, at least, maybe he gets the kill, or he spots something and has the attention it can hold. But once he dies, it's just, it all unravels once again. And G2, they pounce in those moments.
And I think that's one of those moments of, like, well, if we start the conversation before this series got going, it's the experience that G2 have.
Sure.
You know, when they're primed to take an easy 2-0 route into the next stage of the Blast Premier tournaments, then why wouldn't they go ahead and win? You know, Mantu, how often's he been in a position like this?
Sure, yeah, definitely. It's there, you know, uncut gems, if you will.
Uncut gems.
But it's not so much a comedy.
Not this time around. No one's laughing other than G2.
Laughs in French.
9-3. And still confidently moving through middle.
They've got like a secret stash of money they're working with. There's like always have a buy. Looks pretty decent too. Up on Mantu. Do they push? G2, you know, they could be playing so many mind games. It feels like they understand what OG are going to try to come up with. NBK alone on the site, so it looks like, you know, OG have the right idea, at least for now. But once again, mid is wide open.
Yeah. And once again, when it's boiled down to those crucial kills, they've just constantly fallen to the favor of G2. Minute mark, round 13. Double digits on the cusp of this round win. Dude, we've got so many players piling up here on Cat. They could smell each other. Issa looking to give support here. First player does fall to Alexi, but then instantly it's 2 trades back from the T side. Mantu, he's going to have to... later! Commit to that. Jax slaps him, and now it's going to fall on Valda. Great first kill. A second headshot connects, and we're back into the 2 versus 2.
Yeah. He can reset here. He's looking for another peek. Kenny S drops off the scope. Flash comes out to help him cross. Bomb will also make its way over. Kenny spots an opportunity, falls back, drops a second shot. Valda up to 3.
And here comes NBK. There goes NBK. Amanek just needs to connect one bullet between the eyes of Valda.
Just one.
And he's looking. 7 seconds, drops his pistol. Ooh, had a chance, but now he's got a brush. Closing the gap. Gets him. And G2 find 10.
Another
again.
1v1 in the bag.
These moments, Mo. Time and time again, falling to G2. All of these little clutch potentials.
Yeah, this is crazy, right? Because this round should have been over. Fair play to G2. If Valda doesn't get all 3 kills here, they don't even come close to winning this round. And he does it from Mantu's spot with an M4. You know, he's playing Car. He's supposed to get a kill and die. So he goes above and beyond and they come close. So maybe that's their solace, the fact that they even brought it close. But we're at the point in the half where the economy barely matters. They now will have these 2 rounds to go. They have to win them. That's all that really matters to them. At least for G2, or OG, excuse me, they've gotten tunnels control quickly again. They've got the beat now on the A site, but Kenny's up here at top mid waiting for them to cross the enemy lines.
Yeah, and they've decided not to. They're just going to go ahead with the full-blown rotation through CT spawn. We do have Kenny catching NBK, so that one single player. That's an excellent flashbang. CT's going to try their damnedest.
Wow.
But you bring a knife to a gunfight, you're going to get shot.
That's true, yeah. Unless the other guy's an idiot. You would think, for sure. Last round, and it's a very healthy buy on this last round. Oh, that's something nice, but damn, dude.
It's a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, some really sick rounds here from G2, man. Some really sick rounds.
Listen, Launders. I have seen the T-side comebacks one too many times. So I'm not writing this off until OG are stomped into the dirt.
I know that's coming from a generous place, too, because you picked G2 to win this, so.
May or may not have. Definitely did.
Definitely did.
Double up. Ooh, not even going to get a chance at early kills. It's Amanek with aggression into CT spawn. He lines up those 2 players. It didn't even look like they wanted to fight.
I think on the plus side, the holes in their setups right now are apparent. Okay. Well, we finally see a pure duel, right? Creeps right into it. Exactly what Manzou's holding on to. Of course, Kenny will shoot him before he can shoot back. One of the features of Kenny S and his gameplay is the wallbang headshots.
Yeah. Welcome to the big leagues, kid. Another body falls, and these CTs have been splattered. 12-3 after the T side of G2. I mean, you look at that scoreboard. Thank God OG won the pistol. 3 rounds to 12. A wild place to be. OG take to the T side of their opponent's map choice.
That's scary, man. It could be 4 rounds if G2 win this pistol. So we'll see. We're gonna take this 1 round at a time. One of the more friendly maps and not being sided. So why get ahead of ourselves? Why make any assumptions?
I signed up for the long haul.
For a long haul.
So let's see it. Come back and be a beautiful thing, but so can the pistols. Kenny S and Nexa, oof, and Hunter gonna be able to find themselves 3 kills quickly. That aggression through middles, focused on lower tons, but here comes the A-Rap back from Valda, and Jax is still flirting with the idea of committing to this fight.
Hasn't swiped by the bomb just yet. Oh, Valda's gonna see 2 mushroom cap CTs waiting for that peak. And clean their clocks. That's it. Yeah. Kiss to the sky. 13-3. This is the hardest part of all. Like, they know you. Well, they're gonna assume you're gonna buy, right? You think you're probably gonna force up here, because Dust 2 you can definitely eco back. The hard part is when you know the other team knows that you're gonna force up. But it's that. Whoa, 3 scouts. Okay, 3 scouts on the T side to try to eco back into this round. I'm gonna assume one of those is a mistake. But
look,
maybe not.
The odds are as far apart as when Complexity started the
and
event.
Astralis, yeah. Those are like the exact same odds.
Maxed out. So, obviously G2 primed, poised, and prepared to pummel OG for another couple rounds and finish this one off here on Dust 2. I mean, very clearly their map choice thus far. There were moments that OG had in an attempt to shine, but down goes NBK first and foremost. That's one of the scouts gone.
Yeah. It's Kenny, I guess he'd probably be the best anti-scout defense, knowing exactly everything about the weapon. So, Alexi up to bat. We'll try to double up this time. A little boost ski here for Alexi.
Ye old totem pole.
Can't spot anything interesting. One on the ramp. Oh, we'll have to fall back. Still safe from the Molotov. Just working this. 45 seconds to go.
Yep.
Nobody has to move either from G2, as long as a kill doesn't happen. The cross is out now.
Grenades fade, and the Fomuses are about to start popping off. There's Kenny, taking a bit of damage back, but he's got a teammate to support him here. He can really swing for the fences with the USP. Not mandatory, but still decides to go for it. It's this peak that was supposed to prevail, but Issa has made a bit more space. And there's a chance for another Deagle kill, but down they go. 3 more frags to the favor of G2. Defuse comes through 14-3.
Knocking on death's door. The double Deagle, just to juggernaut that bomb to go down, and they get the money at least, so they can potentially buy some good stuff again. If only, it might only still be a broken buy, but they might be able to buy some Kriegs for their teammates. But this really is last chance saloon. And again, G2 know exactly what they're going to do.
Yep. Coming in with something like this. The mismatch cabbage patch buy. Double Krieg, AK, and Deagles. Go for the early tunnels play. Curious to see whether G2 respect the offense. I mean, you saw the way in the pistol that they looked to just punish. The aggression was key, but here it comes. A lineup on the B site. First man down, favoring G2. Molotov and a flashbang meant to kind of force these players into separate corners, and that's exactly what happens. They have to lay off. Smoke's now down.
They've got the note. They can push out long, and this is just a free reign now from the top of mid. A bunch of T's about to get shot in the back of the head. There's one down. potentially 2 more. They're through the door. They're also getting spammed through the door.
Damn, give him a chance. Here comes Issa. Whoa, you kicked the bee's hive. It tries its damnedest, but Jack snaps back 2, pushes Valda into the 1 versus 3. He doesn't have that bomb control, but if he could just get a kill here on the B site, that would be a start. Woohoo!
Not bad at all, but so low on health.
Yeah, and getting low on time.
No bomb in hand. Right back through spawn. Maybe get a 1v1 if he can. Honestly, I think in an ideal world, he just saved it. Yeah, he just wants to save the gun if possible, just to truly play for the win. And not even a lot of reason here for G2 to go and look for him. I wish we could see the second half because it'd be really cool to like compare what G2 do on their CT side to what OG tried. Because it just felt like there were so many things that were like, when they watch it back, they're like, all right, that's, we got to change that. That's an easy fix. And it almost, because it's so obvious, I guess, that's like a benefit, right? You can just fix those things really quickly.
Yeah, yesterday Counter-Strike games felt too long. With this one, it feels too short.
That's true. It's true, yeah.
I want more of a sample of G2 here. I mean, we'll get another series tomorrow despite this win. I mean, what's on the line is obviously an immediate qualification for the Blast Premier Spring Finals in Moscow. It would be really cool to see G2 book their tickets so quickly.
Yeah, man. I think they'd be one of the teams to watch, definitely. Maybe a dark horse to win, based on what we're seeing so far.
Well, here we go. A final attempt coming out of OG. Another rough buy, but they'll manage. They have to. They're going to try and trudge down long. They sprint for an attempt at a win here. NBK was alone. Now he has support. Kenny S, M4, rattling some shots and then retreating into cover. I understand why. The numbers are here for OG. And when you've got nothing to lose, magic can happen. Molotov hits the bomb site. That's going to prevent any kind of a plant for the time being. Kenny decides to go for a fight and a follow-up from Mantu. 5 versus 2. This is OG with a little bit of life in them.
Yeah. Funny how they all just like lost their duels one by one. Just like couldn't get it going. Kenny S panicked there, falling back in the closet, looking every which direction. Had no idea what to look at. So are we just prolonging the inevitable? It's gonna be a save here for G2. A couple of good guns can make all the difference. It's the explode out long that works well here for OG. They take it quick. There's no one there.
What I like about that explode out long is, in this instance, yes, it works. But in a world where that went poorly, the only first kill would have been NBK. It's not like there was a bunch of bodies right behind him. It was just very much him on his own. So let's say he dies. Let's say that gets shut down. At least OG didn't use this Hail Mary of a long push and lose everything they invested.
Right.
And they'll even clean up those CTs at the end of the round. So an 11-point deficit here. A huge ask of them to make this map comeback happen. And we're not even going to start that conversation.
Yeah.
We're just going to enjoy this T-side while it lasts.
Yeah, as they should as well. Nexa has $4,200, so he could potentially save up. Or you could spend down to like 3 something, buy a pistol, still save for the out for Kenny if you'd like, or just save everything that they have, come through with something really creative. In this tac pause, we've got the chompers flapping on both sides.
Scary prospect now is I feel like, at least at this moment, the individuals are so sharpened from G2 that something like a couple scouts and a Deeg could be enough.
I think so, yeah, I can see that. I can totally see that. No, it's very scary to Antico on Dust 2. It's just such an open map. A map that is popular and defined by how fast the rounds start.
Well, they started lightning quick last time here on long, and it seems like they're going to try something similar, but there are bodies piling up here for G2. They're going to flash through the smoke. They've gotten themselves one gun already, but there is a player in pit. Valda's trying to help NBK before he gets swarmed by these pistol arrows. And things slow down. Ooh, that's a rough spray. Jax has his back turned, and he doesn't get anything for it. Thank God
Hunter,
Valda saved him.
He could kill Issa. Oh my God, Issa, he heard it.
Yeah,
he's gonna come back. Hunter, he doesn't realize that that's happened, but he pops up. Yeah, gets his head blown off as well. A recovery. Wow, that was close. What a messy round.
Alexi B right now is looking at Valda like, thank you, friend.
Thank you, friend.
A guardian angel out long. Jax could have had a magical moment.
Scary. Very scary. Just like you said. Also, could be scary here too. About the same buy. Got to be careful, man. Those anti-ecos. 10 rounds to go. And Hunter's alone at B. So could be a nice round to burst through the tunnels. Interesting. One of the only smokes on the map, and it goes towards the tunnels. Gonna shake up OG a little bit, scare them, make them second guess themselves. Good call here from G2. They are crowded up on the A side. Double goose. They're expecting a full cat anti-eco, and I feel like there's a chance that it might happen. Well, MBK throws his own smoke. No rotations are coming from G2.
Here we go.
Oh, that's a headshot. MBK gets a kill, but what does this mean to MBK? Does he think that Hunter's alone?
He could. I like that Bomb is still sat inside of the tunnels here, so OG not looking to make mistakes and walk into the bomb site stack. Alexi's going to slow things down as Issa looks to lock down mid. You know, he's leading by example here, offering his own life. A good leader doesn't send his troops in to die.
Just waiting for a, yeah, they get up there in front. They help. They got a good split going on. I think they were going to flash through into B site. It looks like they're committing despite whoever else is in there, and they'll win.
Easily.
Nice and careful.
All right, technicality of the round out of the way. Let's keep this game moving. We are one step closer.
We're all waiting for next round, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Oop. There goes Jax. Minimal save coming out of G2 as well here. But when you don't have a lot in life, sometimes the little things are precious.
Yeah, that's how the rich stay rich, you know what I mean?
Kenny S. cradles his smoke. Mon amour.
French, of course.
I like that OG at least already have layers to this. You know, it's not some like haphazard. It's not one of those map picks where I feel like they're gonna walk in and get outclassed. I mean, the score says that tail, but that was the CT side.
Yeah.
You know, their T side does look well played. You know, there's layers to it. I feel like when this team just kind of started as well, they were constantly finding themselves on Dust 2.
Yeah, it was like not that last round, but this one that we just saw.
Yeah.
Right, like this one looks a lot better. You could say the last round was a little bit of a like, just that happens sometimes, and they're just lucky to survive
chaos.
it. A little chaos, yeah, it happens. That's why it's just scary on Dust 2, no matter what. Full strength rifles, here we go. Again, what could be the last round of the game. 5 attacking long this way. Kenny gets right up in their faces. Shotgun with that off. Jax pushes through a flash, gets a kill and stays alive. He's still here to fight.
And they've got to go on. They've got to try and trudge along. Oh, it's Valda to swing it back. And with Alexi already being on such little health, if Valda dies in this moment, it's all on Mantu. Now, you look at the HP for both these teams, it's a near mirrored image.
Yeah, total reset for sure.
And still, all 6 players flirting with this side of the map.
Anyone's game. Interesting. That Molotov comes out nice and early. They're still clearing stuff out. Most of their utility has been expelled from the T side. They sit and wait now. Minute just over to go. Well, you can see if G2 want to like get some information in case they want to rotate back. There's a chance they peek long here. So
Yeah, it could be Kenny. We talked about this. We tried to hype it up. We unfurled the scrolls for the tale of Mantu versus Kenny, and it is on the cusp right now. Oh, Mantu's gonna best him. Peeking left-eyed into Mantu. Kenny's been dropped. Now Amanek, 100 health. There's a flashbang on Hunter. He just threw it. He's trying to set this up. It goes perfectly. He takes down the first one, but the Opper trades again.
oh, hold on. Are they going back to Cat? If Hunter peels back to mid, he potentially catches this bomb if Alexi has gone a bit too far out. Mantu walking up now. Some noise is being made. He's going to come out for the fast flank. They're not expecting this just yet, and it's the bomb that's behind, so he has to commit further. Alexi is low, ladies and gentlemen.
He's coming.
There's a chance for this, and he gets both down to 1v2 to close it out.
16-6, G2 sweep away on Dust.